Hey everyone, Jordan Meyer, Wholesome Family Farms. Got the cattle moved over to the crazy farm. We're doing a little bit of an inclusion zone right now. We're putting these 230 head on a small piece. And all you hear is just chomp, 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 munch, 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 stomp, stomp, stomp. Pretty cool. They're all trying to fit in there. I don't know if I gave them enough room for them all to fit in there or not. They should have. We got quite a bit of room in there yet. If they keep on going in there, that'd be good. They're gonna have that massacred in no time flat. I don't know what they got there. It couldn't hardly be like 1/10 of an acre. It ain't much. Just a few minutes and they'll have that thing just plastered. Leveled out, flattened out. There won't be anything that won't be stomped on, ate off, or anything. So a couple of these girls are a little high-headed yet, but they're getting it. Well, they've been in there for a few minutes now, and as you can see, it's not taking them too terrible long to lay some carbon down. It's gonna do a lot of good for the soil. We're gonna lay a nice carbon mat down for it and protect it from the hot sun, and we're gonna conserve moisture that way. And nowadays we need to conserve as much of that as possible. We haven't had a rain here in about a month, so she's getting dry, that's for sure, but we have this whole farm ahead of us, which is pretty good. It's gonna be nice. But they are definitely gonna eat it really fast too, so it'll be interesting. Always a learning curve. That last one right there, he was taking forever, so I just said, you know what? He can just stay out. So I just shut the gate and put these guys in there. But I'm gonna set up a new paddock for him to go past that. And I'm gonna have a bat latch on that, and then at 3 o'clock this afternoon, they'll be moving from that chunk into their next chunk. And then I'll come out again tomorrow and do it all over again. So if we kind of do it like this, we'll have 3 moves a day. So they get moved once, then twice, and on the third, 3 paddocks a day, I should say. So wherever we end up, if we do a little inclusion zone like this just for a few minutes while I'm getting things set up in front of them, that's a pretty good deal. So we'll get to work. Well, we just got the second water tank hooked up here. Didn't use the side-by-side, and I'm a little hot, that's for sure. Sweaty, full of pollen. All of that stuff you see floating there, that's all pollen from the orchard grass and all the other stuff. So yep, should be good. I'm gonna put my poly wire over this tank, right over the, hook it on there, and then run her straight up the hill. And then they'll get this big chunk for today. We'll split it in half and do a move with the bat latch, and hopefully they figure that out for the first time. I'm sure they will. This is where we unloaded them. Had poly wire on both sides leading right to it. Definitely got the trampling action in there leading to the new grass. Well, I was gonna set my bat latch up here, but having a little technical difficulties here. It gets to be out to here, and then it doesn't want to come anymore. And the gate opening would only be probably like not even 10 feet, so that's not big enough. Yep. Should have brought more, but I didn't. Ended up getting 6 of these things, and oh well, we'll bring in another one next time. So plan to adapt. I guess we'll just string up that wire and give them enough for the rest of the day. Well, at least we got one good deed done, I guess. Water tanks are full. We're a little bit side hilly on this country, as you can tell. Gotta always make sure I put the float on the bottom side or it's gonna be running over when you leave. So water's down a little bit, but we have good pressure and water's right at their noses practically. They don't have to go far for it, so we should be good to go. Let's get this last polywire set up and let them into the new paddock. Come on, guys. And we're on to the next mowing / trampling. Mas. Yeah, my original critters here were the ones that let them into it, so it's always nice to have some cattle around that actually are used to doing it and stuff to lead all the other guys in and show them how to do it. Mas. Come on, girls. And you few boys. Look at them go. There's one of his bulls. Two that were sitting under the pine trees over there had a limp on them. I have to let them in yet. They should be set. Should have enough for the day. Too bad that bat latch didn't work though. That would have been nice. Now looking at this herd after they're all spread out and stuff, it's like, did I give them enough? It'll be interesting. Always observing, always watching, seeing what they're doing. I know on the first paddock when we brought them over here, they ate more of that than I would have liked, that's for sure. But live and learn. Plan to adapt. They should be alright as long as I get here early enough tomorrow. It should be good. Definitely want to leave a lot of residue on the surface nowadays because she is dry. Bone dry. They're eating a lot of seed heads, I know that's for sure. But right away you can totally tell they're going for the grass down below. They're going for this stuff. This looks like Timothy right here. This stuff actually ain't even headed out yet. It's crazy. All the orchard grass is, Timothy's not. But you can just tell with how dry we are, everything's getting wrinkled up and very thirsty. I think there's a little bit of chance of rain in the forecast, but we'll see what happens. Here's some Timothy right here coming. Just coming out of the sheath. Here's a nice patch of it. Actually, no, that's brome grass. Yep. That's some lush stuff too. Good stuff. Red clover. I know I've seen some bird's foot trefoil in here before. You got your Timothy, orchard grass, brome grass. It's supposed to be Festolium in here. I'm not really entirely sure on how good or what that looks like. Probably looks pretty similar to orchard grass, honestly. And then there's supposed to be a little tall fescue in here too. This is what we just got out of. This was the high density area right here. And to be honest with you, I think I left them in here too long too. So, boy, they mowed it. They didn't trample a whole lot. They picked her up and ate her. But it looks pretty good. We left pretty good litter on the ground. There's a couple bare spots, but overall not too bad. You can just hear all the flies buzzing and everything here. Laid a lot of fertility and a lot of hoof action, and looks pretty good. So we'll leave that wire up right there and keep them off the spot. So literally, probably won't be back here for another 50 days roughly, who knows, ish. It had cattle on it for a whopping half an hour at the most, probably. And another thing too, it's kind of funny, you know, on my side hills and stuff, gravity pulls them down the hill, that's for sure. You're gonna get way more hoof action down there versus up here. Like, look at all the carbon we have left up here. They didn't even hardly touch half of it. They just naturally get sucked down the hill. See, even look here. Well, granted, I let them in there. That's, oh, another observation. I should have opened it up there and let them in this way. That way they could have got more action up above versus down below. Or if I do another one of these high density grazings, I should just maybe cut a line right through here on the top side of the hill and have them do it right next to the perimeter fence. That's probably a smarter decision since we don't get as much action done up here. So maybe in the next video. There's where they were the first day. So they did a pretty good job. There ain't, definitely wouldn't want to take any more than what they did. They did good. But we're gonna head back to the other farm. I'm probably gonna get a little shut-eye. I need a nap really bad. The one night we were trying to get this herd of cattle down the hill in the woods on the other farm, trying to bring them back to the yard so we could load them out and haul them over here, and oh, they did not want to go down that hill for nothing. Oh, and when we did finally get them down the hill, you know, walking them with polywire and everything, we didn't have the whole entire trail polywired going back down, and the little buggers, they squirted right back out the top again, came up the steep hill and came out, and then it got completely pitch dark and we called her a night, and then got up super early the next day and did all the chores at the dairy so I could get over to the other farm and get them home in time for the truckers when they showed up at 8 in the morning. So, but it all went really well the next morning, so we were very fortunate about that. So got them hauled over here in, let's see, it was 4 trips and there was 4 people hauling, so it was about 12 loads on trailers. Went really well. And it's really nice when they're broke to polywire, because then you can handle them really nicely. So Jordan Meyer signing off. Everyone have a great day. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, give her a like. Have a good one, guys.